Now, I am good at a lot of things, but one thing that I am not good at is blending in. There is a quote from Albert Einstein. It's attributed to Albert Einstein, but actually they don't really know where it came from. If you judge a fish by its ability to climb a tree, it will spend its entire life feeling stupid. I have often felt like that fish. Anyone else? But the more I thought about it, the more I realized I'm not really like a fish at all. I hate swimming, I hate getting wet, and I don't like to be quiet. No, I'm actually a lot more like a peacock. Did you know that peacocks are one of the loudest animals in the world? They are bright, they are colorful, and they stand out. Oh yeah, my spirit animal is definitely a peacock. The problem is that I spent most of my life trying to be a fish. Until I realized that the thing that I spent so long trying to hide about myself was actually my greatest gift. I want to tell you about the hinge point. That's the moment that changed everything. Every good story starts with a dream. And my dream was always about music. I could just see myself on the biggest stages, by myself, in the spotlight, singing at the top of my lungs to huge cheering crowds. The problem was, like all of those tree climbing and non-tree climbing animals, there's a lot of different kinds of music, and I really struggled to figure out what genre I belonged in. So I started with music. It just came to me. Until some YouTube trolls told me that I was fat and I needed voice lessons. Pivot. Opera. For a big girl with a big voice, opera had to be it. 1 decade, 2 auditions, and 3 kids later, I finally stopped trying to get into the BYU opera program. Pivot. Singer-songwriter. I love writing music. That has to be it. So I joined a songwriting class at BYU, and our first assignment was to write something. I've got that one. I love writing music. It's dark in here, but at least it's safe. Confined in here, but it's familiar. But still there's a part of me that longs for more. A certain something inside of me that wants to explore. Professor played everyone's songs that he thought were the best, and we listened to song after song of pop and rock and guitar strumming and ukulele playing, and my song didn't make the cut. So at the end of class, I went up to my professor and I said, "What did you think of my song?" His words would impact me for the rest of my life. He said, "You can sing, that doesn't mean you can write." Pivot. I tried pop, I tried rock, I tried jazz, I tried every genre I could think of, but I couldn't seem to squish all of my huge voice into some pre-established box that I could find. I just wouldn't fit quite right. You ready for the hinge point? That moment that changed everything? I know I made it seem like it's just one thing, but it's actually more like a series of realizations. So, realization number 1. This is not what I want. I was working on a song with a friend for a sync project, which is where you try to write a song for TV or film so that they'll put it in their movie. And this was a techno pop song. If you heard my voice just now, it's not techno pop. We were trying to match the reference track. my friend told me if I wanted to sound like that, I had to take all the vibrato and all the slides out of my voice. That recording process was miserable. And I realized this is not what I want. Realization number 2, my voice, mine, is a gift. Right after that, I got to sing at church, and if you've ever sung at church, you know they don't really care what you sound like. You just get to be you. You have the freedom to just sound however you want to sound. And after I sang, somebody came up to me and asked me where I was trained. And I realized my voice made an impact. My voice is a gift. I went back and I listened to that song I wrote for that class. It was called Take the Leap. And I realized it wasn't pop, it wasn't rock. It was musical theater genius. Realization number 3, I'd been enough the whole time. If you judge a fish by its ability to climb a tree, it will spend its entire life feeling stupid. So stop trying to be a fish climbing a tree, drowning in doubt, gasping for validation, and struggling for a standard that was never meant for you. Instead, it's about time that you found your why, that you owned your brilliance, and you swam like hell for the life that was